I thought the responses would be not the way that I thought about this question, but there's a lot of people that agreed with me. So overwhelmingly, the majority of people, including myself, have the Avs first. Again, the question is most likely to least likely to win their respective division.
This is really, I was standing next to Romy Bean yesterday, and we were talking about this. She's like, we're pretty fortunate right now. We got 3 teams that can kick butt.
That's
and I
the
said,
point.
and I said, Rome, I said, you're absolutely correct. I don't know how she put it kind of like that. I'm like, you're absolutely correct. We're pretty fortunate because when you look at the betting odds, now again, do me a favor. Look at Super Bowl winning odds.
Okay, I'll get there in a second. Just hang on.
No, but it has to do with the Broncos and where they're going to finish.
They were 13th. Well, I checked this morning.
Okay.
They were 13th. But here's the point. When it just comes to divisions, obviously the division means a ton in the NFL. It means a lot in the NHL. It doesn't mean squat in the NBA. The way that I see it, most likely to least likely to win their division, I put the Avs first. The reason why, I think if they were healthier last year and had the goaltending change before the season as opposed to midseason, Winnipeg doesn't run away with that thing as they did early in the year. And I think now that you have goaltending you can trust with the Woods, and knock on wood, no way you can be as unhealthy at the beginning of last year as at the beginning of this year as you were at the beginning of last year. There's no way. It's like impossible for that to happen again. I think that they have a much better start to the season, and they finish at the top of the Central. Second, this is where I think the surprise comes in. I think it's the Broncos. I think they got, out of these 3 teams, the second best shot to win the division. Here's why. The Broncos, I think, got better this offseason, and they're already a 10-win team, so it takes them up a notch. I think the Chiefs are going to come down a little bit, make it a lot more even. The reason why I have the Nuggets last, and I'll flip this in a second. The Nuggets are much better. I think it's probably the best team the Nuggets have had since I've been here. As far as full depth, better shooting, better depth, and actual backup guards that you trust, all those different things. Here's the problem. OKC is still OKC, and they're going to win 60-some games this year, and I don't think the Nuggets get there. So in their division, I think OKC's still on top. Here's what's interesting, at least the way my brain's working right now. When it comes to most likely to win a championship, if I had to rank these, I think the Nuggets are first, the Avs are second, and the Broncos are third.
It feels like a dichotomy when you say that, right?
But I'm talking about is the Nuggets, I think, have a better shot in a 7-game series against OKC to beat them than the Broncos do to beat the Bills or the Ravens or the Chiefs or whoever in the playoffs. But over the course of a season, Moj, the Thunder's going to win 60-some games again this year.
I'm sure they will.
So that's it. It's like regular season stacking up wins versus how do you stack up in the postseason are 2 different discussions.
Okay. And then let's get to, agreed, but let's get also to the division. I mean, in the AFC West, you got 4 teams. 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, the variables, look, you have a couple key injuries to Kansas City. Absolutely. The Chargers have already had a massive key injury. They're already missing now their left tackle.
Yeah.
For the entire year. And so you get better and they come back to the pack. Yeah. It can absolutely, I mean, I can see that.
What are you saying 4 teams for, though? Like, I understand.
In terms of what you're just looking at it like, to me, I look at it like there's fewer teams, things can happen to those teams, and it'd be easier for you to win the division.
I understand that the Central has way more teams.
It's got 8 teams, and
Chicago ain't winning.
No, neither's
Nashville ain't winning.
No.
Utah ain't winning.
No.
So at maximum, there's 5. I don't know if I'd throw the Blues or the Wild in this discussion.
Minnesota ain't winning it. I don't think the Blues are winning it.
So now you're talking about 3 teams.
Correct. But I mean, much like when I look at the Avs, the top 3, it's much like, hey, the Broncos, the Chiefs, and the Chargers.
Yeah, I think to be honest, I think every single one of these has 3. It's Dallas, Winnipeg, the Avs. It's Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos.
OKC.
And it's Thunder, Nuggets, T-Wolves.
Yeah.
I think all of them are just a 3-horse race competing for who could win the division.
That really is a very interesting way to put it, Brett. Which team do you think needs to win its division the most? Because
winning the
I think
needs is a weird way to put it.
The Avs, dude, I'm tired of this playoff format. I'm sick of it. So if you think it's going to be the Avs and the Jets and the Stars, let those two battle out in round number 1. I hate the flippin' format. I would say
I'd say Avs.
If you're the Avalanche, it would behoove you to win your division more than anybody else, I think.
Now, again, needs a weird way to put it.
Well, because the way the playoffs are set up.
I understand your question. If you want the Broncos to actually be, I think, a viable championship contender, then they need to win the West. They need a home playoff game. They need one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it's the reason why that's weird is because it's depending on, do you consider the Broncos, in that stratosphere already? You know what I'm saying? Which is tough.
I have high hopes for the Denver Broncos. I really do. But the fact is, it's hard. I don't want to say it's hard to make the playoffs in the NFL because, Houston wins their division. But it's hard. I look at it. Kansas City is not – they may back up to the pack, but they're not going anywhere. They're not going to flame out and miss, are they? Can you see Kansas City flaming out and missing the postseason?
Sorry, no. Kansas City, no.
Can you see Buffalo flaming out and missing?
No, I don't think their division's good enough.
Are the Baltimore Ravens going to flame out and miss?
They're too good, no.
Okay, those are your 3 division winners. I'm sorry, the 4th is Houston.
But you said miss the playoffs, not win their division.
Right.
Could I see Baltimore? Could I see Cincinnati making a jump? I could.
And they were on the outside looking in last year. So let's say since he's back in, well, then who's out? Is it Pittsburgh, the Broncos, or the Chargers? One of those teams has to drop out since he's in.
There's a.
I'm just telling you that.
And
then you get that you got to go on the road again to Buffalo and you get your brains kicked in. I have.
So let me pose the question.
I have a little problem
with everything that you just said. Let me pose your question back to you. Who needs to win the division the most?
Don't answer my question with a question.
So
that's my gig.
So now is it the Broncos?
If you want to win a playoff game, man, the wild card weekend going on the road and getting your head kicked in by Lamar Jackson sucks. Sure. I don't want to.
I'm changing my answer. It is the Broncos. It's not the Avs, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I'm in a place with the Avs that I was in with the Nuggets last year, where everybody's like, gosh, you just don't want to match up against Minnesota in the first round. I was like, you know what? Just do it. Do it. Show me whether you're ready to do this or not. And so when it comes to the Avs in Dallas, I'm not scared of Dallas. Show me. Go ahead and do it again. See if you guys can stack up and do this again. Because if you can, then you know what? I guess you just own us forever. But I don't buy that. I don't buy it. And if they got matched, you're talking about you're playing one of the 2 teams between Dallas and Winnipeg. If you give me the option right now, your first round matchup is Winnipeg, cool. I'll take it. Right now. Right now I will.
Yeah, I would too. I would. Again, I think if the Avs get by Dallas, they beat Winnipeg, and then who knows against Edmonton, which are in the Final Four.
Yeah.
I like to play that game in my head. The Nuggets, same kind of story. You're so close to being there, and our whole discussion and outlook is totally different. But you're very high on the Denver Broncos.
What is very high?
Well,
I don't look.
You're very high on the Denver Broncos.
I don't,
and you know what? I'm high on them. You're very high on them.
Explain the difference.
I think they're a playoff team. I don't think they're going to win the division.
Hold on, Moshe. I don't think they're winning the division either. I think for the first time in a long time they got a shot. That's all I'm getting at.
Okay.
If I had to put down hard-earned money on who wins the AFC West, I'd put it on the Chiefs. I would. Because they've done it for, is it 8 or 9 straight years now? 8 at least. I'm not stupid. But for the first time Since I've been here, which is 2019 and probably longer than that, I think they got a shot to beat the Chiefs.
I like your perspective. The fact that we're even having this discussion, that we can have this discussion, is
So great.
flipping awesome.
It's so great.
Broncos fans, again, I know you don't want to look back in anger. You don't want to be an oasis, right?
Yeah.
Don't look back in anger. But when you think where we were, let's say 4 years ago, I mean, we sat here on these airwaves with no hope. We had no outlook.
Yep.
We had, what are we going to do? We got a quarterback. And look at us today. We're like,
Mhm.
do you think they can usurp the Chiefs and win the division? You know what? They could.
I think they could.
If things go well, they could. Hey, Bo Nix yesterday, and Broncos fans, I'm not blowing smoke up your tailpipe. After the first couple of series where he would have been sacked, he maybe had a broken leg, who knows, whatever, right? Because they were on, some of those runs were stuffed in the backfield hardcore, right?
Yes.
After that, they found their rhythm, and it was real, and it looked good, and you don't need me to tell you because the dang Cardinals told you.